My name is Rachel and I just moved to France. Hi, so yes, my name is Rachel and I am going to be living and working in France for the next year. I'm here through a program called TAPIF, Teacher's Assistant Position in France, so I'll be working as an English teacher's assistant in a local high school. I start in about a week from now. As of filming this, I'm actually already in France, but I did record the whole process of getting here, all the flights, the trains, the very long travel day. So let's jump back to that. So, hi. I am about a week and a half out from leaving for France, and it's quite early in the morning. I'm still having my coffee, but I have just found out that the day that I'm supposed to arrive in France, there's going to be a nationwide bloquée to strike organized by two of the biggest labor unions in the country. None of the trains are going to be running. None of anything that I need to be running on an arrival day to a foreign country is going to be operating. So, change of plans. For the past couple hours, I've been exploring all the different options. I can either book a bus and then kind of just hope that either the bus or the train will be running at least. I can stick to the original plan and just play it by ear. Likely the regional train I'm taking would be running, but I would have no way to get from the airport to the station where the regional train leaves from. And that is risky. So after a few hours of being super annoyed, super frustrated, thank you France, I've just decided to change my flight, to bite the bullet, pay the $200, because it's so close to the leave date. It was $170 to upgrade the flight, not to upgrade, but to change it, and then it was another $50 to change the train. But this will just make it a lot easier the day of. I won't have to worry about it. Yeah. So I said I wasn't going to film a packing video, and I didn't. I packed, I didn't film it. However, I only fit like half of the things that I want to bring into these bags. So we're going to do it again, and this time I'm going to film it, because why not? Gonna take everything out of these, convince myself to let go of a few things that I don't need to bring, hopefully not surpass the bag weight limit, and we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to take all day. Okay, that was the easy part. So it's a new day. Last night I finished laying everything out around me. So the step for now is to go through and eliminate what I can. I have too much stuff. Do I need shorts? I'm thinking no, because it's gonna be cold the whole time I'm there. So there we go. Elimination 1, no denim shorts. Elimination 2, light pair of jeans. Elimination, white t-shirt. Now we have to eliminate some sweaters. 3 navy blue sweater vests. I like this one best, so definitely keep that one. And then I've had this one the longest, so I think I will eliminate her. And this one is just plain, but it's very light, it's very thin, so it won't take up much space in my suitcase, therefore I can bring it. I have 10 pullover sweaters over there. Problem is I like them all. All right, I will eliminate 2 sweaters. This stack is my summer shirts. I have 7. Let's say we get rid of 2 again. Now the next big elimination that's gonna really hurt me is shoes. On the plane, I'm planning to wear my New Balance sneakers, and they're like white and silver. And then I have one other pair of tennis shoes back there that are brownish black. I also have my Doc Martens, which would save the most space if I didn't bring them, but I want them. An elimination that has to happen, but I don't want to do, is I have 3 pairs of loafers that are essentially the same pair of shoes. I can't bring all 3. I have these with a little heel. I have these which slip on and don't have much of a back. And then I have these sort of more standard ones. Now, ideally I bring all 3. I think honestly I'm gonna just keep all 3 for now and try to fit them in my bag. And if they don't fit, it is what it is. Okay, I think everything else that I have should be fine. So now we try to fit it all into those same 2 suitcases. I also have this backpack, which will ideally have only my laptop and like electronics and stuff, like under the seat airplane bag. But if I need to, I can put some clothes in here as well. Okay, final summary of everything I'm packing for 8 months in Europe. 3 winter jackets, 2 casual jackets, and a rain jacket. 6 sweater vests. 8 sweaters. 2 nice long sleeve shirts, 3 casual long sleeve shirts. 2 sweatshirts. 2 light casual jackets. 1 romper, 1 winter dress. 4 pairs of slacks, 1 pair of palazzo pants, 1 pair of sweatpants, 1 pair of dry fits, 1 pair of biker shorts, and 1 workout top. And then on the airplane, I'll also be wearing a sweat set and a workout top. Also 1 pair of yoga pants. 5 casual warm weather shirts, 4 sleep shirts, 3 pairs of sleep shorts, 4 pairs of jeans, and then casual undershirts, 5 black, 4 white, 4 brown. Also, a whole bunch of socks, and as many pairs of shoes as I can fit into these bags. Broke my scale. I reckon if it's heavy enough to break the scale, it's It's probably too heavy for the airport. So let me take some more stuff out. Messed around, took some stuff out, and I think it's exactly at 50. So I shouldn't have to pay the overweight fee. I'll just find a way to shove this into my backpack, and packing is done. So today is the day. I spent all morning reorganizing my bags again. Sadly, had to take out my Doc Martens for more important things like toothpaste and contacts. But I'll get over it. Currently on the way to a little European style bakery in my hometown with my mama, who's buying me breakfast. And I don't actually leave on my flight until this afternoon. So I got the rest of the day to do the little things like printing out important documents and stuff like that. And then be on my way. Hopefully the strikes aren't an issue. It did get kind of bad yesterday from what I saw in the news. I haven't checked. But as of now, my train is not delayed or canceled or anything. Worst case scenario, I just have to get a hotel for the night in Paris, or maybe take a bus last minute. I'll figure it out. Somehow I will get to where I'm going. Okay, I'm in. Got through security, no issue. So now I just go on to Detroit, which as of now, not delayed. There's a little rain, but it seems to have passed, so no delays. And we'll get on to Paris.
Welcome to Scott Miles Medallion members. We appreciate you.
Alright, had a good flight, no issues, but my next one starts boarding like now, so I'm gonna run. Okay, it's actually late, so I'm fine. I was worried this was gonna happen. It's only delayed by about 30 minutes, but most likely because of the strike. Hopefully that's the only delay I have. It should get me there with plenty of time to make my train still. Hopefully. Okay, here we go. Jumping to voiceover because it is very hard to talk in an airplane. They gave us dinner. It was actually delicious, but they didn't give it to us until 11:18 at night, which meant I didn't really get a chance to go to sleep until like midnight, essentially, and then the flight arrived at 4. Regardless, I barely slept at all anyway. However, this flight leaving at 9 p.m. was very strange. It led to a very strange schedule. And then 4 hours later, I was having breakfast, which they gave me a little orange juice in a cup, which I thought was weird. Anyway, the lesson of the story is I would not take a late flight like this again. Typically, you would board in the afternoon, and then it's still weird to eat lunch at like 3 p.m., but you get a better chance to sleep. And this one, I hardly slept at all, maybe like 3 separate 20-minute naps. It was not good. Anyway, this is me arriving at the airport, and I arrived at the international terminal, so I had to take the little train across to the other terminal where the border control was. This was border control. It didn't take that long, luckily. And then by the time I got out, my luggage was ready. So from the airport, I moved on to the RER train station, and I took this train from from the airport to Paris, and this is my brief little foray into Paris. I do wish I had gotten a little more time here, but it is what it is. I had to move on. My train left very promptly. I had enough time to get to the station and to go buy a little snack. And then I was on the train. It was kind of good timing, but also stressful timing. I was exhausted, got a little Red Bull, hadn't eaten, hadn't slept. I was shaking, and it was very hot outside. Anyway, this train, once I got on, was a relief to be on. This is the train that goes from Paris to Colmar, my city. This was a beautiful train ride, actually. There was lots of lovely countryside going on. Here is me leaving Paris. So again, like I said, I made all of the connections for my travel very promptly. Sort of maximized my time, if you want to look at it like that, in which I made it to everything exactly no later than I needed to be there, and I didn't have to wait around all that much. But it was a little stressful. The RER train from Paris to Charles de Gaulle is very easy to find. However, in Paris, it does not arrive at the same station that this train left from. So that was that brief walk around in Paris, as I had to walk from one station to the other, which was a bit of a hassle with my suitcases, but I got there. And for this train, I do not normally do this, but I did upgrade to first class for this one because I knew I was going to be exhausted. This was the longest stretch of travel in one go that I've ever done. Ultimately ended up being like over 24 hours of travel straight. And I saw all these beautiful little castles along the way. There was a lot of castles as we got closer to Colmar. Very pretty hills, very pretty countryside. A lot of these little medieval style towns where you have the church or the castle in the center, and then a very small ring of houses around that. And then after this, finally, I arrived in Colmar. So I just got here, got into my Airbnb. My school contact very kindly picked me up from the station, drove me straight here. I'm kind of at the point in my exhaustion where it's like reached and I don't feel exhausted, but things are happening in my, like words are not coming out correctly. I was trying to speak French to her and it was not working. The Airbnb is great. It's in an awesome location. It's really pretty. I'm not going to show much of the inside for like safety purposes, but it is really nice. It's pretty spacious. It's probably 3 times the size that my apartment is going to be when I eventually get one. However, as there's always a however, the electricity isn't working. The Wi-Fi is not connecting. None of the light switches will go. The outlets aren't working. I've been messaging the Airbnb host. Hopefully it's not a continuous issue because that would be really annoying. I'm gonna leave it for now because I'm gonna go pick up dinner and I need to get like something, just a quick grocery run for dinner, coffee in the morning, maybe a brunch or lunch tomorrow. I should check if the fridge is working. Hang on. Okay. I don't think it is. It's cold in there, but it's not fridge cold. All right, hang on. Let me look up news. See if there's an outage in the city. Well, the lights in the hallway were working, so I think it's just this room. Okay, I just went through a whole rigmarole of flipping the breaker box switches, and it's just broken, I think. It's like a faulty wire or something. The host is gonna come in tonight to see, he said, to check. That's so annoying. I'm so tired, but now I can't go to sleep. So I'm just gonna go get some food. Hopefully he can fix it. Otherwise, what are we gonna do about it? I don't know. Find a hotel. We'll see. I found the grocery store, but it was like empty. I don't know if because of the strike. But I just got a bunch of random things, especially considering I can't use the fridge. I don't even know what I just bought, but it'll be something to eat that won't go bad, so. Okay, I'm back. Please forgive this jank lighting. It's dark in here because the power doesn't work. And I'm sweaty because I just walked 20 minutes to a grocery store that had nothing in it. And I haven't slept in about 32 hours. Yeah. Anyway, here's what I got for dinner. Some meat and cheese, some little crackers, some applesauce / possibly just straight up baby food. I don't know, I needed a fruit that wouldn't go bad, and some water. I would like to be just going to sleep, but now I have to stay up and wait for this Airbnb guy to get here, and my phone's about to die, and I can't charge it because the outlets don't work. Yeah. That's how it's going. I'm gonna go try one more time to flip the breaker and see if it stays on this time. She's on. She's off. Yeah, it's just broken. Okay, this is the abysmal lighting and angle that you're gonna get right now. First of all, applesauce, pretty good, very fruity, I like it. Probably would be better cold, but you know, good as is. Now, despite my pretty bad mood right now, considering the exhaustion and the circumstances, this town is just absolutely gorgeous. I didn't pick Colmar, I was placed here, but I got so lucky with my placement. Like, there's a million pretty towns in France, but this one is just gorgeous. It's so like fairy tale, and it's pretty touristy. It's small, but I've already seen a lot of tourists and a lot of tourists like shops aimed at tourists, but that's fine. Reflections overall, travel went fine, actually. It went good. Like, I don't know that it could have gone better. I would change that late flight, and I would just generally give myself more time between each thing. Like, I had enough time, but I was rushing and it was a little stressful. If you're trying to be like as succinct, as prompt as possible, like, I did great. I made it exactly at the time that I needed to for all of those things, and then I didn't have to wait around all that much, excluding the delay. But even that was not that big a deal. So plans for the rest of the night, assuming this guy can come fix the electricity, because if he can't, I'm gonna have to like go to a different hotel. But assuming that gets fixed eventually, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I had big plans of like planning out what all I actually need to take out of my suitcase while I'm in the Airbnb, and planning what I'm gonna have for the next 3 weeks, and like food wise, and then like things along those lines, and all the setup stuff like a bank account and phone plan and all of those things. I'm just gonna do them tomorrow. I had planned to do them day of to get things started as soon as possible. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna sit here. I'm charging my phone from my laptop. Luckily, my laptop's fully charged, but that's not like a fix. So we'll just hope that things work out. Yeah. light. I'm a little delirious, but everything is fixed. The guy came to fix it. He was very nice. I was very impressed with myself for carrying on a whole conversation in French about electrical things and water heaters and such as, especially when I feel like I'm about to fall over asleep. But got that sorted. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll figure everything else out in the morning. Good night. Bonsoir. Okay. Good morning. I'm a little bit swollen, but I just had like amazing sleep. I slept for literally 12 hours. But I have nothing in the Airbnb. Oh my gosh, my eyes. I'm gonna go hunt down coffee somewhere nearby and then get on with the day. Okay, so I've acquired my tiny little morning coffee. I'm gonna just have to there's an espresso maker over there, so I'm just gonna have to get some Nespresso pods, which I've never used before, but we'll figure it out. For the other mornings, because this was like $5 and it's tiny. Why? I mean, Starbucks is expensive, but at least they give you a lot, even if it's just milk. Anyway, I also got a little chocolate croissant, and that's good for this morning, but I started to look into what I'm gonna eat, long term. The other things on the to-do list today is to set up a full-time phone plan, like a monthly one. And then once I have that phone plan, I can get onto apartment websites. There are specific websites that have like roommate searches or better options than what I was looking at before, but they require a French phone number to join or like a French IP address. So now that I have both of those, I'll be able to get on there, start booking like appointments to go see the apartments or start getting in contact with some people. And then other big to do is to set up a French bank account, but I don't think I'll necessarily do that today. I don't need it until I start getting paid, and I won't get paid until the end of November. I think I do have to set up the account before October 10th, but it's September, so I got plenty of time. So anyway, I've arrived. I'm in France. I'm settled in. We're working out the kinks. Another obstacle is, meeting people. I have work, but I won't start until October. So coworkers are a little bit in the future. And there's also going to be a TAPIF assistant meetup in Paris at the end of this month, which I plan to go to. But until then, I don't really, want to sit here for 3 weeks by myself, so I might look up the best ways to see if there's like, a class I could join or a club or something of that nature to make some friends. All right, I'll check in next week.